Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony Cool and this is Gems of War. And today had a little hiccup there. Did a ghost train and then I started the stream and then I couldn't find the stream anywhere for like a minute. It wasn't popping up, so I had to restart it. So I don't know, you might have seen some weird hiccup. But yeah, we're gonna be doing the world event today and the weekly preview. So we got the Blessing of Suncrest. Experience our new world event with your guild mates. Play world event battles every day to unlock rewards. I like the new font, but I heard some people saying they don't like it, like when they have it super small, maybe on like mobile or in a like picture-in-picture type deal. I think it's hard to see the text. But I don't know. People complained about the unicorn puke. What, remember when they did the was like everything looked like basically unicorn puke, and then they fixed it. Well, they decided to do this when nobody asked them to do it, and I think it's cool, but some people don't like it. I don't really care either way. But yeah, the vocal minority are speaking again, I guess. But let me set up the stream and we'll get into it. It is a Suncrest week. Suncrest is down here somewhere, right? Right? Or am I stupid? There it is. Alright. So trials, I'll run an auto battle while I set up the stream and people get here and all that stuff. I need to open gemsofwar.com for the scoring. Forgot to put that in the title. If we're doing a world event, then I'll always do the scoring. But, people might search that, so I should probably put it in here. World event teams, high, mid, low. Do I have room for scoring? No. Alright, I'll just take Soul Forge out of there. I'll put SF. Okay, save that. Let's run this. Alright, let's see if the auto battler can win while I set her up. I'll set her up, you set her down. Don't spike it though, set it down gently. Don't want to spill any. That would be a party foul. Gems of War live stream, Gems of War. Done. No, I am not AI. I am not a robot. Gems of War world event. Gems of War preview. Gems of War spoilers. Save. I am not a robot. Do robots have to clear their throat? I doubt it. Alright, it doesn't want to do that, so I will go to the chat. Say hi to anybody that's here. Say hi, say hello. Bonjour. Arrivederci. Am I saying goodbye and hello? I don't know. I'm not good at other language. I are English. Alright. Jumping in the chat. Hitting the like. Sauna with the gifted. Thank you so much. Running out there. K-Buff flowing. Sorta shining. I think we're still in the garage. It's September. Everything gets set back to level 1 of the train business. So we're chilling. We're trying to get the garage door open. We probably got it like halfway open. We're sneaking in. Tiptoeing. Pulling the fire alarm and running away. We're trying. Got Anita, we got Sana. Anita with the gifted. Went to TK Peril. Sana's went to Sky Monkey. A monkey in the sky. It's that movie, the old movie. Frick. The tornado with the Dorothy. I forget. Wicked Witch of the West. Put it in the chat. Alright. Setting up the stream here. Wicked Witch of the West. That movie with the hobbits where they go across Middle Earth or whatever and they like go fight Sauron. I forget what it's called. That movie with like the tornadoes and they put the thing in there and they're trying to like do science on the tornadoes. Remember that one? Remember that one movie where like they're at summer camp and like the mother of the kid that drowned in the lake is like killing everybody? Do you remember that one? Remember the one where the guy is like, he got burned up and then he's like attacking people in their dreams? I forget the name of that movie. He's got like knives on his hands. Let's put all this in the descriptione. Beep, boop, beep. Alright, thumbnails up. Everything else is good. One more thing here. Automatic. Bang. Automatic. Put a button on it. 30 clip. Brrr. Okay. Alright. I'm here. I'm ready. Who else is here? We got Yoke the Ham. We got Sauna. We got Anita. We got TK Peril got gifted there. We got Chastity Wintersbloom. How's it going? I like your name. JM Ricks. Let's go on. Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger. Come on. Come on. What's the other one? Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. I forget the name of that movie. I remember it now, but I think it's funnier if I forget it. Forget the name of it. It's called like the magician of something. The magician of somewhere. Magician of somewhere. I think that's what it's called. Magician of tornadoes. The magician of little tiny dogs. Alright, we won. Toto. Wizard of Oz, you got it. The magician of somewhere. Edward Scissorhands, yeah. Does he attack people in their dreams? What if Edward Scissorhand attacked people in their dreams? It could be like Edward Scissorhand number 3. He's just copying Freddy Krueger. He's being a copycat killer. Alright, let's do this world event. But everything else, we gotta grab our blinkies, you know, go to the shop. We gotta buy some bread, get some tuna fish, some mayonnaise before we make the sandwich. So let's go to our guild. It's our collective guild, me and you. Go to our guild. Let's give to the guild. Alright. Epic. Epic. Where we at? Epic green's on 7. Epic blue's on 7. Epic yellow's on 5. I'll do a 7. Make sure all the basics are done first. Yes. You know, they shouldn't even let you do the epics until you get all the basics done. That'd be like, I don't know, not letting you do something that you shouldn't do. Like, they let you do it when you shouldn't really do it. Alright, I'm just going to do straight up 1 million because I just want to give the bare minimum at the moment. I'm trying to take like a semi-break. Not really. I'm still going to be here on Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. I'm still playing the game. I'm not like not playing the game. I'm not like stopping any kind of content or anything like that. I'm going to still play and stuff, but I'm taking like a little bit. I'm not going like super hard every day, doing everything every day at the moment. I'm taking just a little tiny semi like 2-week break or something here. I'm a little bit burnt out, I guess, and I'm not planning on quitting, but you know, after last month, it kind of like, I need a break or something, like a slight little tiny, you know, instead of going in and working 50 hours a week, I want to go in and work like 30 hours a week for a little bit, 35 maybe. Okay, here we are at the world event, but I still need to do other things first, like get my mail. That will give us some more resources to put towards the guild event. Guess I'm still in the Ruby League. Alright, offers. Don't need those. Dailies. Glory Gold and Pet Food, I would do those. The shop. In case this troop is useful in the world event. That's the only reason. I always get this. And get this troop just in case. Somebody asked, I think it was Yoke, said, or Odd One Out, I mean. It was one of you two. I think it was Odd One Out. I don't know. Somebody in the chat was asking, should they always get this Glory Shop troop? And the answer is yes. The earlier you are in the game, you know, the more likely you are to just get one copy of it. And the later you are in the game, the more likely you are to fully ascend it. So you got to figure out when that is for you. Like when you have so much glory that 6,400 isn't going to matter, and it's like one of the things you use glory on. The other thing to consider is the trait stones there. So if you are a beginner or a mid-game player and there's a legendary or a mythic or an epic that you want to fully ascend, then here's the trait stones. Instead of farming them or using orbs, you can use your glory right here to get the trait stones. So also depends there. So beginners, you're getting 1 copy, or looking at the trait stone and just getting enough trait stones to fully trait like a cool legendary with a really good 3rd trait. Mid-game, you're kind of like deciding, oh, am I still just getting 1 copy? Do I need these trait stones? Or am I fully ascending it? And then end-game, you're always fully ascending it, because it's just super cheap. Get another fully ascended troop from Suncrest for just glory. It's not, you don't have to open a bunch of keys and hope and pray. You don't have to do an orb. Like, this is the cheapest way to fully ascend a troop right here. Because you also get trait stones, gold, keys, and a fully ascended for just a little bit. Like, look what you're getting for this little bit of glory. So it's totally worth it. 6,400 glory is like opening three times. You know? Or something. Might be 6 times. I can't remember. But look what you get. You get all these trait stones, 80,000 gold, 160 gold keys, and 32 glory keys, while you're fully ascending the new troop from Suncrest that nobody has yet. So it's a good deal. You should always do it if you can. But I get it if you can't yet. You're still saving up glory. I don't know. But get the Spoils of War for sure. And then it's like the thing you should be spending glory on. Like the first thing. It's kind of like the first thing you spend gems on is your armor if you're not going to buy Death Knight armor. Well, kind of like the first thing you spend glory on is like right here. This right here. So it's never a bad idea to be doing that. We got the troop. We'll see if it's any good while we make teams. So let's go to... Now we can finally go to the world event. I'll read this little blurb. We'll look at the medal, and then we'll do the scoring, and then we'll make a team. Mahayal the Owl, mystic, asked a favor of us. Much of her library had been stolen by dark elves in a sudden raid, and she needed someone to retrieve the books. Defeat dark elves and gather Mahayal's book collection. Am I saying that right? I don't know. We got a spell damage medal. Alright, so let's do the scoring. World Event, Blessing of Suncrest. There are 6 battles that players can encounter during this event. Spider Queen, Tau Ray, Secret Darkwood, the Silken Queen, Matron Valine, and Arc Proxy Avendra. The first 5 battles are randomly chosen, but they all have an equal chance of appearing on the map. The battle against the Arc Proxy Avendra will only appear after the player wins 4 of the other battles. Defeating her, all battles reset. After defeating her, all battles reset, and you'll need to fight another 4 battles to spawn Arc Proxy Avendra again. Scoring. You can find the following rewards for each of the different battles you may encounter. Alright, I'll read them in order here. Arc Proxy Avendra is worth the most, which is 60 points. 12 books, 5 points a book, 60 points. Arc Proxy Avendra worth the most. Next up, we have Matron Valine, who is worth 10 books, 50 points. After that is the Silken Queen, 9 books, 45 points. Then we have Secret Darkwood, who is worth 30 points. Tau Ray is worth 25, and Spider Queen is only worth 15. So if you just want to, like, bare minimum, okay, Arc Proxy's worth the most, Spider Queen is worth the least. Most likely in rarity order. If you want to, like, get nitty-gritty with it and get the highest amount of points you can get, make sure to pick Matron Valine instead of the Silken Queen. See right here, they're both yellow, they're both legendary. So if you can remember that Matron Valine is worth more than the Silken Queen. She's number 2, 2 words. The Silken Queen is number 3, 3 words. You know, number 2 comes before number 3. Matron Valine is worth more than the Silken Queen. Secra is worth more than Tau Ray. That might be the other thing you might have to remember, which is alphabetical. They're both alphabetical too. That could have been way easier. LMNOPQRST. So alphabetical, you know, Secra and Tau Ray, QRST. So do alphabetical. Don't pick Spider Queen unless you have to. I always think this when I say this. I'm like, oh, what if people, like, there's no way they think this. But just in case, somebody that lives near me is one of my neighbors just doesn't get it because there's something wrong with them. If it's all Spider Queen, obviously you have to pick Spider Queen. You have to pick like one of them, but pick the highest level Spider Queen. But try not to fight Spider Queen if you can. But yeah, if they're like every single fight is Spider Queen, of course you have to pick Spider Queen. I was making sure. I know like that's sitting on the toilet backwards, but you never know. Alright, in this one, you do your rewards first. It does say each book is worth 5 points. Battles will drop a variable number of books, on average about 1.18 times the base amount. As the battles get harder, they will also increase the amount of books they give by 25%. This means pick highest level. Like if you see Matron Valine and Matron Valine, pick the Matron Valine that's higher level to get more points. Alright, that's the scoring. Wizard of Oz. Sana put the points, the scoring in the chat too, if you didn't hear me the first time. Or actually, if you didn't hear me the second time, because she put it there first. Nita is using some stuff. I'm going to do my own. I don't want to look. Classics here. We'll see if we have the same team. I'll look at it after I'm done making my team. And we'll see if we, like, great minds think alike, you know? Alright, in this event, you collect first. Because you want to get some tokens, which make you more powerful. It's the only event in the game where you collect your rewards every day and like first before you even fight. Like you don't do that in the raid or the invasion or anything else. You only do that in world event. You collect, like, I know for me, I let all my rewards build up and I collect them all at the end of the week on most events. I don't like collect them every day. So on this one though, you want to collect them before you even fight because you get tokens which make you more powerful. Orb of Clans, cool. We got a badge and a badge. So now I'm going to buy up in the shop till I at least get a medal. Unless there's a weapon, but there's not. So there's no weapon to buy up to here. You kind of just want to buy up till you get a medal is what I do. We're going to purchase tier 1. And I think I always do at least 2. You know, enchant potion, explode potion. And, but I go till I get a medal. At least. It's right there, I got a medal. So I guess I'll just do tier 2 for now. Probably gonna have to go further. We got Matron Valine, who's number 2, which is before number 3, or alphabetical order, LMNOPQRST. M is before the other letter. Alright, what are we working with here? We got Strix. So we have spell damage. Spell damage medal. I just hit the mic. Spell damage medal means you want to hit as many enemies as possible. 4, hopefully. 4 enemies. It's going to give you so much more damage, it's crazy not to try to hit every single enemy every time you cast. We don't want to hit 1 enemy, 2 enemies, 3 enemies. We want to hit all 4 every time we cast. That way, we're using that spell damage medal. So I'm going to look for a troop that's hitting every single enemy. Like Phoenicia, for example, Queltzama, for example, Queen Zachi, for example, High Priestess Chaska, for example. They all hit all enemies, so they're all good choices. But what weapons do we got? You know? So I might go with the Ruby weapon. That'd be a really good option. Any weapon is going to be Dustbringer, Dawnbringer, Ruby weapon, Black Manacles. Any of those that hit all enemies are going to be a good choice too. The Strix isn't like the strongest. I mean, it does have Phoenicia, which is good. And that's probably... Maybe I'll make my high-level team around Phoenicia, and then I'll make my mid around the Ruby weapon. I think that's going to be the 2 strongest things to do. We'll see, though. Alright, let's make a high-level team. Phoenicia. See, this only hits 2 enemies. This hits all enemies, but it's scatter, which isn't as... It's still good. If you don't have Phoenicia, but you do have Queltzama, you could still use Queltzama. But scatter is not as good as what she's doing, which is... Even though it says 57, and this says 78. 78 is actually divided by 4. So that's really more like 20. So hers is 57, and this one is 20, not 78. So this hits harder. Plus you can do a storm and double the damage and blah, blah, blah. So Phoenicia is a great option. Zilopachli only hits 1 enemy, so no. This only hits 1 enemy, so no. This Hits all enemies, so if you don't have anything else, Gerudo would be okay, but I would also say, why not use Black Manacles or something like that? High Priestess Chaska's good, she hits all enemies. Queen Zachi hits all enemies, that's a good one. And that might be it. Everything else is only going to hit, there might be a couple like Strigic, Scatter Damage. But they're starting to get worse and worse the further you go down. The Phoenicia would be my pick for the high-level team, unless you're going to do the Ruby Weapon. Which I can't decide whether that is high-level or mid-level. What up, Chad? Alright, let's do what we can do to get up Phoenicia now. Give her some support around her. So, we need some mana generation. Harpy Mage, right? Would be good. Do Harpy Mage. Does a Dust Storm, which isn't the greatest for Phoenicia, but we probably won't need her to do double damage at first. Could do Harpy Mage and eat Coddle, maybe? Well, we don't need all of that. Alright, let's get another damage dealer, maybe. Let's pick our weapon out first. A to Z. Come on. What weapon? We got red, we got yellow, we got green so far. Ooh, the Obsidian Libram would be great here. Because it's using purple and brown, which we're not using yet. Can summon. Or you could do Wand. Then I might want one more damage dealer. Just in case. Maybe they also do something cool. Like this one summons a Light Storm at the start of battle. But, I don't know. Maybe Queen Zachi? High Priestess Chaska. It's like we're using all the colors already. So pretty much we just want something with the cool third trait. Convert 2 blue gems to spirit gems when my turn begins. Dark Storm at the start of battle. Could do the Light Storm. Harpy Mage is just going to turn it into a Dust Storm when it casts, though. Conjure a Light Storm. Bless. I don't know. Be nice to have a Firestorm. More of that crap. Like, I don't like the troop art on a lot of these. Let's just do King of Ravens and... He's blue, yellow, and purple. Oh, he uses blue. I might do that. Now we're covering every color. But mostly it's this. These three, and then I'm just throwing King of the Ravens on the bottom. Alright, we can even put Harpy Mage on the very bottom, because she's just going to need to get up once. She'll do that second turn. Alright, banner. Purple would be good. And then we got a lot of yellow. Could minus the green. We got purple, brown, green, red, yellow, blue. We got every color. Blue we have the least of, but it's the only color that King of the Raven... We don't really need him, though. We don't need him to cast. Oh, we don't have anything. Piss. Could do green. Even though it's our main damage dealer. That's fine. And then class... You know, you would think you'd do like a fire class for Phoenicia, and you could do that later, but the World Event Medal is kind of doing the extra damage, so we don't have to do that. What would we do? So we're going to We're gonna start with a dark storm, and then we're gonna start with a purple storm, then it's gonna change to a dust storm. I think I'm gonna go Archmagus. Just like really get up our weapon. All yellow allies gain 1 magic. Bonus purple, or we could do lightning strike. Alright, that's probably fine. Did I equip it? Yes. Alright, so this is my high level team. You know, we got Obsidian Libram, Phoenicia, King of Ravens, and Harpy Mage. And you could probably put whatever you want in the King of Ravens slot if you like something else better. It's really Phoenicia, Obsidian Libram, and Harpy Mage. Just get up Phoenicia, cast it, win. This would be if you're not using the Ruby Weapon, because I think the Ruby Weapon would be another great team, so you have 2 options. If you don't have the Ruby Weapon, use Phoenicia. If you do have the Ruby Weapon, use the Ruby Weapon. Alright, team code, there you go. Let's run a couple fights just to show how it works. Equip our medal. Prism medal. Might do an Anu for now. Alright, let's see what happens. No way you did it, dude. I'm gonna go check it out. I haven't been on Discord like this whole year. I'm gonna go for that. Did you put a freaking hat on the... I hope you put a hat on the Archmagus. I know that's what you did. That's funny, dude. That'll get me back on there. Alright, we got an extra turn. We got our book. Well, King of the Ravens coming in handy. Phoenicia wasn't up yet. Alright, we go with Rarity. I know what you did, dude. Thanks. Oh no, wife came home. My daughter was at bass lessons and was still on previous page chat. LOL. Oh, yeah. The ghost train. I feel ya. Alright, I want to get up our weapon. Which hopefully will get up our Phoenicia. Or we can cast this. Doesn't really matter. 58 or 56. We got lots of mana generation and lots of damage. Alright, see how it's all Spider Queens? Doesn't just pick one. You have to fight it eventually. Okay, any extra turns? Yes. Go with the book. Phoenicia's gonna hit really hard because she's getting extra spell damage. Especially if the more medals and badges you have, the harder she's gonna hit. Alright, level 20. Here's that situation I was talking about. We got all Spider Queens, which we want to avoid, but we're gonna pick the highest level one. But here's the team if you don't have the Ruby Weapon. This is what I would do. But if you do, or you could do, another thing I just thought of is you could do maybe Ecotl instead of King of Ravens, and then like Dawnbringer, maybe? Because Dawnbringer's like blue, yellow, red, right? And Ecotl would get that up, so would Harpy Mage. You could cast Dawnbringer, and then you'd have Phoenicia for backup catching green. It's another way you could run this team. If you don't have King of Ravens, but you do have Phoenicia, and you don't have the Ruby Weapon, but you do have Dawnbringer, you know, Dawnbringer, Phoenicia, Ecotl, Harpy Mage, something like that. Be another one. Alright, let's make that Ruby Weapon team. I think I'm going to keep Harpy Mage. It's just too good not to use. Let's throw on our Ruby Weapon. They're making it so easy for you guys. The devs are trying so hard to make these events no-brainer teams. Use the ruby weapon. Alright, so now, does anything do true damage? Probably not. The ruby weapon's going to be doing true damage. Got the Harpy Mage, that's all we need right there, pretty much. So now we just need another mana generator, like Icatl. Or wait, no, Icatl wouldn't be good, it does yellow. Harpy Mage is good. Ruby weapon's doing true damage. Could use this. Nothing else does true damage, does it? No Strix is gonna do true damage. Scatter. Doubt it. Now this does true scatter. I wonder if that would be good for... Probably not good, but... like the only thing.
Just let me sing you a song.
Maybe with like the extra damage from the metal, it will actually be useful for once. This does true, but it's only to one enemy. Alright, now I just need another mana generator. I guess Icatl wouldn't be bad. It could get up Harpy Mage on first turn. It could get up Harpy Night Song. Or you could do Queen Zachi. That's pretty good mana generation. Just try Icatl. It's kind of a weird team. Something like that. We're really just trying to get up that ruby weapon. You can move it down a slot if it starts dying. We need... okay, we got blue, red, brown. Probably just do Titan. I don't know. You could probably find something. You could probably do whatever. That way we can keep it alive a little bit longer. And have a 50% start. Banner. We got 2 blues. And a bunch of yellow. Yellows don't really need to... minus green, yeah. Alright, let's see how this one goes. I want to run it before I show the team code. I don't really like that second troop, but it's the only thing doing true damage to all enemies. Look how ugly it is, too. Mostly it's going to be that, you know, and you win. Let's do this. Praxi. Never use the 5% chance to summon a harpy when my turn begins. There's a storm, deal double damage. There should be a storm. We got Harpy Mage doing a storm, the hero doing a storm, the Icatl doing a storm. There should always be a storm. It'll actually do 150 true scatter plus whatever the metal's giving it. So mostly it's this. Spider Queen. We got Tau Ray though. Alright, I'm gonna do like 2 more fights because I wasn't 100% on this team, but it's looking good so far. If you want to go all in on like a theme. With our first team it was physical damage. With this team it's true damage. So even though that second troop isn't super strong, it's just there to back up the ruby weapon, give the ruby weapon a little bit of extra damage. If the ruby weapon can't wipe them all out in one shot, we're hoping the second troop can clean it up. Alright, one more. Because anything else would just hit one enemy or be doing physical. Like, if you cast the ruby weapon and everything's still alive, and then you cast, like, physical damage to help it, you're just going to be hitting their armor, not the HP. Like, you already dented their HP, like, really bad. So why then, like, hit their armor after that, when you could just hit their HP again and kill them? Once their HP is gone, they're dead. You don't have to get rid of their armor. If you can skip their armor, then do it. So we want to go all in on that instead of halfway. A lot of summoning in this place, huh? In this event. Got this. See what you can do. Got it. It's nice to use a troop. Like, I've never used this troop before, I don't think. So it's kind of cool to use it. Even though it's ugly. I don't know, give it a spin, give it a try. It's probably what I'll stick with. Got lots of summoning on our team. Harpy Mage can summon, and Harpy Night Song can summon. We happen to lose something every turn, we have a chance. And then Harpy Mage, when an enemy dies, we can summon a Blade Wing. But yeah, like if I'm super deep and it's getting really hard, I might switch like Harpy Night Song to top slot and move down the Ruby Weapon. Or even like, I don't know, Ecotl or something. Just move something in front of it if you're starting to die. Those are my two high-level, mid-level teams. Let's make a low-level team now. I think I'm still going to use Harpy Mage. I think it should be on every team. You got Explode Potion and Enchant Potion at least, and that gets up Harpy Mage, and then she's like empowered pretty much. So she's a really good mana generator. You're missing out if you're not at least using your Harpy Mage. You're making your team slower probably if you're not using Harpy Mage. Alright, we gotta do Epic and Under for this. Low-level team. Man, you should just go... I should just do this. I said I was gonna do it. I might just start doing it here. If it's an Underworld Legendary, I feel like I'm finally... Like, especially now, like, after all this time. I feel like we should start using Underworld Legendaries as low-level troops. They're just so easy to get. Like, you can go get it right now. It's not like other legendaries where you have to open chests and hope and pray. You know, you can go right to Stonesong Aerie. You should be doing City of Thieves 3 times a day every day. If you're not, then you probably should be concentrating on that instead. So I'm probably going to use her for my low level. And she does lots of mana generation herself, so I might just double up on her. And then a weapon. Just any... we could use our wand here. I don't know if that's low level, but if you don't have the wand, use Reflection of Good, Essence of Evil, Mountain Crusher, any of those. But I'm going to use the wand because I know most of y'all have it. Put Zachi in first. Go like that. Maybe. Yeah. Swan can still catch 4 whole colors. Harpy Mage can get up Zachi, cast Zachi, explode, get up Wand, cast it again, pass the other Zachi type stuff. Banner! Definitely yellow, because everything on our team is yellow. And then probably brown. That's fine. Glass. Got a lot of yellow, we got a lot of... we got a lot of brown and yellow. Could do Titan if you want. Thinking more of... Could start with like a yellow storm maybe. Like you could do Stormcaller here. We don't really need to get up the wand super fast, I don't think. I mean, this this is fine, but got Lightning Strike, Strix Commander. Alright, yeah, so do Titan or Stormcaller, I guess. If you still need to level Stormcaller, it'd be a good time to do it as a low-level player. Alright. I think this works. Queen Zachi's a really good low-level troop. It's kind of like a Gargoyle almost, except for it hits all the enemies instead of just 3. Gargoyle hits those 3 like harder, but Queen Zachi does a little bit more mana generation, hits all enemies. Like, I would be happy, I would use this team. This is one of those weeks where, like, I like every single one of my teams. I would use any of them. I think they're all good. Just take some brown. We're getting up Harpy Mage next turn. Of course, we get webbed. Bless it off. They summon. And we got Secra. Do like 2 or 3 more fights here. Juan with the 1. Thank you so much, dude. Funky Town's here. Alright, we're chugging. We're in the garage smoking cigars. Got it like halfway closed because there might be some wacky tobacco in those cigars. We don't want them to know that we're about to be driving. Got a designated driver that's not smoking the cigars. Grilling up some sausage on the grill. Gotta let the smoke out. Starting over, man. We gonna make it. We gonna make it again. We almost made it last month. We were so close, we almost jumped it. Jumped the gap, like speed. Keanu Reeves. So close. Got bogged down, though. The horde got heavy right before the jump. Got all twisted up in the wheels, their hair, their intestines. It's gross. Just needed a little bit more power. We had to get to the chopper. Alright, it's Matron Valine, alphabetical order. Rarity order, then alphabetical. So always rarity first. But then if you're deciding between rarity, they're the same rarity, it's alphabetical. But rarity first. Alright, this is fun. I might just stick with this team, honestly. I like it. One more, and then we'll get into the weekly preview. Look at the Soul Forge, Venki Drop Table, Glory Shop, Underspire team. Got lots of everything on our team explodes. I love when that happens. So lots of mana. When everything on your team explodes the whole freaking board, like you're never lacking mana. Our Harpy Mage explodes the whole board. Both of our Zachis do, and the Wand pretty much does. And we got Bless and Curse and Summoning Power. Like, it's a good team right here. It's low level, too. Kind of depends what you want to level up. If you want to level up Stormcaller, do this. If you want to level up Titan or something, you could do this. If you want to level something else up, like Archmagus, you could do the first team if you want to. And then you got the Ruby Weapon team. So yeah, that's what I think. Either Phoenicia or Ruby Weapon, if you're high level, / mid level. And then if you're mid / low level, use Queen Zachi. Because she hits all enemies and explodes. And has a summon. And is easy to get. And she's showing under boob. And she's stomping on your crotch. And you like it. Alright, that's that. Let's do the weekly freaking preview. See if y'all are saying anything. Train emojis, let's go. Good afternoon. I miss anything? Yeah, I gotta check that Discord. I know what you did. TK Perro, I missed you. How's it going? I think you got gifted. Is that why you're here? I love that. I like when that happens. Okay, Anita says, I'm using Wand of Stars, Phoenicia, Taloka, and Queltzama. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like the Phoenicia. I like the Wand of Stars for sure. And then with my team, you know, like I said, use whatever for that 4 slot. So that's your Queltzama. The only thing I would say, if you want my opinion, is maybe throw Harpy Mage on there instead of Taloka. But it looks good. You know, Wand and Phoenicia can take care of everything. So you don't have to if you don't want to. Sana says, Finesse, Nimbus Bow, King of Ravens, and Finesse. Okay. Now, of course, I like hitting all enemies, not just 2. But that's cool. I like Finesse. I always like Finesse. Nimbus Bow, I like that you're using Nimbus Bow with Finesse. King of the Ravens, one of my favorites, so I don't hate it. Don't hate it. I like it. I think anybody could find a spot for Harpy Mage on their World Event team. That'd be like the one, like, no-brainer tip I could give. You got Explode Potion, you got Enchant Potion, most likely. So Harpy Mage is going to be really... That's when she's the best. And she's one of the best mana generators in the game. Like, get your team up super fast. So just make everything a little bit faster. Alright, weekly preview. You've heard of side boob, but not under boob? You don't get to see under boob too often, you know? It usually is like cleavage or side boob. You don't get to see under boob too often, do you? It's nice though. I like all sides of the boob. It's underrated. Under boob is underrated, you know? I think it's kind of like almost the best because you don't get to see it very often. If you're seeing the under boob, then you're seeing probably the whole thing. Crack myself up. Alright, the weekly Beakly. New epic troop, Maya. Whoa, did they spell that differently there? That looks different. Am I tripping? No, I'm not. I'm not. I am tripping, yes. I thought they spelled it different somewhere. I'm dumb. Anyway. New epic troop, Mayahwel. Get this troop with glory from the World's Toad Shop. Blessing of Suncrest. Experience a new World Event with your guildmates. Play World Event battles every day to unlock rewards. I just showed 3 teams for that. High, mid, and low. Go check it out. New Mythic Poop. Okra Nose the Pooper. Exclusive to Glory Gym Guild and VIP chest for 1 week only. They nerfed him into the ground. He was going to do silence. Like every turn, pretty much, on every enemy. And that was too strong. So now he's just the tickle monster. You can see him tickle, tickle, tickle. He's tickling you with his fingers there. And his beard and his tentacles. He's the tickle monster. Look at all the tickling power he has. Tickle, tickle, tickle. He does like 10 damage to all enemies. Week of Suncrest. All Suncrest troops gain 10% of skills. Week of Strix. All Strix gain 10% of their skills. And bonus trait stones, use Mahawa in PvP to get a bonus trait stone. Okay, let's look at that Soul Forge. We gotta look at it. We gotta put them in order. I took a little peek for my thumbnail. There's only one troop for the thumbnail. It was the Mahawel. It was that. So I had to find something else to put on the thumbnail, so I looked at the Soul Forge. That's kind of what I do. Or I could have went with Suncrest, I guess. But I already did that for Diet Spoilers. Fotis! 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 What up, Fotis? I like your name. I like saying that. Fotis! Somebody says, what are you doing today? You say, Fotis. Say, how you feeling? Fotis. You know? They say, you're an a-hole. You say, Fotis. You can say it for everything. Part of Dawnbringers in the Soul Forge. Underboob is elite. Yep. Alright, what do we got here? What's the dragon, first of all? Let's get that out of the way if you're still constructing dragons. We got Garnisherland. Garnisherland is a Diamantina dragon. It's the brown one. It's the brown Diamantina dragon. I think it was the first dragon I ever got. You know, Diamantina was first. When I cracked my first egg way back in the day, I think it was Garnisherland. Maybe it was the purple one, but Garnisherland... I don't know. Garnisherland was something for me. It was either my first or my last or my second or something like that. Or my third or my fourth or my fifth. So Garnisherlin's there. If you need that, if you got 5 out of the 6 of the dragons for Diamantina, then you would craft Garnisherlin. So it's a guaranteed 2,000 instead of a bunch of like, oh, maybe. Alright, Mythics. It's a pretty cool Soul Forge this week. Got Scorpius, Ubastet, Scourge of Honor, and Eye of Argus. They're all solid. They all have a place in the game. They all do something. They all have a team. They're all pretty good. None of them are S tier. None of them, none of them are crazy. You can probably keep saving. I don't want to hype you up too much, but they all do something. They're all decent. None of them are dookie. But I think the Scourge of Honor is probably the best if you're going to get one. Does true damage to all enemies. It's one of the hardest hitting true damage troops in the game. You can 50% start it. Get some of its mana back when it casts. 22 green, red, brown, Cinemirage, Demon, Wildfolk. Deal true damage to all enemies. Gain 2 mana back for each cursed or diseased enemy. And it curses and diseases a random enemy and matching 4 or more gems and explodes a green gem at the start of battle. And it's immune to disease and lycanthropy. Solid. I don't think it didn't make our top 20, did it? It's just probably just outside of it. But I would say it might be top 30. And these days, top 30 is pretty good because there's tons of mythics. Scourge of Honor, it might have been on there. I don't remember. Go check out my top 20 mythics. He used to be in there for me, but we just keep getting more and more and more. And he's still really good, though. He's solid. He's A tier for sure. Probably A tier. Scourge of Honor would be my pick if you're going to get one this week and you don't care what I say otherwise. You're going to get one, get Scourge of Honor. Alright, we got Ubastet and Scorpius. Which one is better out of those two? I don't know. Is Eye of Argus better than those two? Huh. They're all, like, similar. Like B tier type of mythics. Deal 50 damage to 2 weakest enemies, boosted by all ally and enemy attack. If one of the enemies dies, then kill the other one. Or we got deal damage to the last 2 enemies. The damage is lethal on any poisoned enemy. And we got explode a row, deal damage to a random enemy, boosted by red gems, brown gems, and skulls in the row. Create 2 doom skulls at the start of my turn, which is the main reason you would get it, is that Eye of Destruction. And they're also similar, I don't know. It's close. I think it's like kind of easier to do the Scorpius setup than the Ubastet setup. Scorpius, you get poison on turn 1 and then cast it and bang, they're dead. With the Ubastet, you have to like hit them first and then hit them again. Usually. Unless it's like an easy fight. This one's impervious. Guess I'm gonna say they're all really similar. Like we're picking hairs here, whatever you say. Guess I'll say Scorpius. 28 yellow, purple, brown, drifting sands monster. Deal damage to the last 2 enemies. The damage is lethal on any poisoned enemy. And it's impervious. So once again, not A tier or S tier or anything like that, but it's useful. It's good. You do Bane of Mercy and like your rally. So you can make sure to poison, and then you get up Scorpius, cast it, and kill. Ubastet has a team as well. You do like rope dart and Ubastet, but you have to like get up the rope dart, cast the rope dart, injure something, and then cast the Ubastet on the injured thing. So I feel like it just takes a little bit longer than Scorpius. And Scorpius has impervious, so I gave Scorpius the slight edge. But you can't 40% start this thing with Divine, I guess. So that's why they're so close. They do the same thing, pretty much. 24 red, yellow, brown, Pride Lands, Divine Raksha. Deal damage to the 2 weakest enemies, boosted by all ally and enemy attack. If one of the enemies dies, then kill the other one. It boosts off of something cool, like just attack. Like the harder the enemies get, the harder it hits, but you still have to damage it first and then use Ubastet most times. Because if they're weak enough for Ubastet just to kill on its by itself, then you might as well be using something else that hits all enemies. That probably can kill everything in one shot. Eye of Argus, you could say it's second place this week, but you need 3 of them. It's really just for its third trait. It's a solid, though. It's like a B- type of mythic. It's still good. 22 red, yellow, brown, Groshnok, Demon, Orc, explode a row, deal damage to the random enemy, boost by red gems, brown gems, and skulls in the row, create 2 Doom Skulls at the start of my turn. So the thing you do is like the 3 Eye of Argus, you put in a bunch of Doom Skulls on the board, and then you do like some really good Skull troop in first slot. It's the Great Worm, but souped up with Doom Skulls instead of regular Skulls. You could do like Web Spinner, Eye of Argus, Triple Eye of Argus, or like Fire Blade, Triple Eye of Argus or something. I don't know. It's fun to do sometimes, but it's like when we first got him, we were using him, and it was kind of fun. But he kind of like slowly got used less and less and less. He's kind of like, I'd rather do Balder than him probably, but he's kind of like a Balder type of thing, Great Worm type of thing, Skull Waterfall type of thing. It's one of those. He's only got 1 nipple out anyway, and 1 eyeball. 1 eyeball and 1 nipple. So that is my ranking this week for Mythics. Get the Scourge of Honor. Scourge is first, Scorpius second, Ubistet third, Eye of Argus fourth. And you could argue I think Scorpius being, or Scourge of Honor you can't argue being first, but the rest of it, you could put it in any order and I probably wouldn't argue too much. Alright, legendaries are interesting. We got Shagra and Venoxia. I used both of these. Got Willow. It's kind of underrated, right? And we got Grimfeather, another one that's kind of a little bit underrated, I would say. So all 4 legends are good, but remember, we only craft Tesla or Emberclaw. It's my new one that I say now, Emberclaw. But Venoxia would probably be the next one, I would say. Because if you got Queen Beatrix, if you're trying to get out of your Rowan team, you've been using your Rowan team, like using. You're getting bored, you got Queen Beatrix, you're like, man, all I need now is Venoxia. I wouldn't hate it if you went ahead and crafted Venoxia this week to put with your Queen Beatrix so you can start doing dungeon. So you're investing in a Venoxia. You're investing diamonds in Venoxia so you can get more diamonds through the dungeon. So that'd be a smart craft right there if you're a beginner. Because it'd be a good way to help get your dungeon done every day, like on harder and harder dungeons until you get more and more diamonds. So you're spending 800 diamonds now to get more for the rest of your life. I don't know, hey, I think Venoxia is probably the best one here. 16 green, purple. Mista Scales Dragon. Create 9 green and 9 blue gems, then deal true damage to all enemies. Poison a random enemy on 4 or 5 gem match. And you can go check my top 20 legendaries to see if I, put it ahead of Shagra and Willow. And now that I have those lists out there, you can double check me. But I think I do have Venoxia pretty high up, like top 10 legendary. We got Grimfeather and Willow, who are just, I think Shagra should be number 2. You can shiny it. It's legendary, you can shiny. I don't think people used it enough. It got a buff a little while ago. I use it on red teams, elemental teams, skull teams. 13 red, brown, broken spire, elemental dragon. Create 7 red gems, then convert all red gems to skulls. Burn a random enemy with matching red gems. Deal double skull damage versus burning enemies. Red next to skulls. I think this thing was either the bottom of the top 20 or in the honorable mentions. It was on the list, it was in the video, but you'll have to go watch it to see exactly where it was. It was under Venoxia. We got Willow and we got Grimfeather. Which one's better? I forget what Willow does exactly. Destroy a row, deal damage to all enemies, boosted by brown gems destroyed. 33% skull reduction. Or, deal true damage to the first 2 enemies, then eliminate 7 attack from them. If an enemy dies, create 10 purple gems. 10% chance to summon an owlbear when my turn begins. Pretty close. I can't really argue about this one. They're both pretty good. I don't know. I'm gonna say Grimfeather just because you could loop back into yourself and do true damage sometimes, maybe. But it's 15 purple, brown, Forest of Thorns, Beast Monster. I already read that. Keep reading them twice. And then Willow is last, but not least, because this week is good for legendaries, but, you know, it's good. Silverglade. Destroy a row, you can make something happen with that, with, like, board control. Keep it on your turn, maybe, or get more mana. It's boosted, so that's good. Does damage to all enemies, that's good. 33% skull, you can put it in first slot, maybe. Immunity to untangle, so even better for first slot. Anyway, that's the troops. The only ones you should really be crafting are Phonoxia and Scourge of Honor, but I like putting them in order in case you're just, like, looking for collection purposes and want to get the next best thing. Alright, we said there was a troop for Dawnbringer. Fotis. Somebody else had a cool name today, too. What was it? I'm going to go back and read it. I wonder if they're still here. What's the other cool name? Chastity Winter's Bloom. It just, like, flows off the tongue or something. Alright, what's the weapon for Dawnbringer? First of all, we can look at Dawnbringer and see what the weapons are. Alright. Broken Guard, yada yada. Aren't they always here, though, Sana? Yeah, with Dawnbringer, the weapons are always here, I think, right? You see how... It is from Suncrest, though, so I get what you were saying. But I think they're, like, always here, huh? But you got Broken Guard. We got Broken Guard and Shadow Blade here, and they're not from Suncrest. So I think the ingredients... That's the one difference of a Dawnbringer that I never... Glad you said that, because I forgot that... With Dawnbringer, the weapons are always in the Soul Forge, but with Dustbringer, they're not. That's strange. So it's harder to get Dustbringer than it is to get Dawnbringer. So Dawnbringer, you don't have to wait for the weapons to come around like you do with Dustbringer. And Ruby Weapon. So the first weapon you're going to get is probably Dawnbringer out of all those weapons, because they're like always here. Right? So why would these be here, but this one wouldn't be? But good point. I forgot about that. Alright, let's look at these weapons, see which ones you should craft, if you're going to craft any, which I feel like if you don't have all of them, you could craft at least one that you don't have. Like, everybody, pretty much, could do that. Not too expensive. We got Golden Talon, Explodey, those are always good, always nice to have. Feather Strike is not good. Doom Sigh is not good. If I don't mention it, that means it's always here. Staff of Storms is good, and it's probably better than that other one. Staff of Storms is good. Explodey. Blade of Morning is not good. Javelin of Suncrest is not good. Plume Staff is a tool for your tool belt. You start moving down. Okay, I got the Explodies. What's next? Oh, Plume Staff, probably. It's a tool for my tool belt. Nimbus Bow, a good tool for your tool belt. So that would go ahead of the Plumed Staff, but under the Explodies. I would say these days at least. I mean, I like Nimbus Bow if you want to try to do the finesse thing. If you want to do triple finesse Nimbus Bow, then get Nimbus Bow instead of like Staff of Storms or Golden Talon. But if you're not going to do that, then get the Explodey ones. You'd have to be a very specific person these days to still be doing Guardian troops. Like, I was really heavily pushing the Guardian troops like a couple years ago, but ever since I did like another new account playthrough and it was just like super hard to get these weapons that I didn't even do the Guardians. But if you can, you do. If I'm a beginner right now and I can get the Nimbus Bow, then I would do the freaking finesse team. But I just didn't line up for me on my new account playthrough, so I didn't really get to do it. Light Sword is poop. And yeah, that's about it. So, get the Golden Talon. Get the Staff of Storms. Get the Nimbus Bow. You already have all those. Get the Plume Staff. That's the Soul Forge. Let's check out the shop. Kind of already went here, but we didn't read the Mahawel. Mayawel. Mayawel. Mahawel. Mahahiho. Alright, 14 blue, purple, Suncrest, Strix Mystic. Give life and armor to an ally. If a storm is active, double the effect. That's horrible. That'd only be good in like arena, maybe. Maybe. That's not good at all. It's just horrible. I don't like it. Sucks. But you get Arcane Spirit Trait Stones. You should get a copy of it anyway because it's cheap right now and it's another troop for Suncrest and you can fully ascend it easily. But also pay attention to the Trait Stones. That way you're not having to farm Trait Stones. You can just kind of wait for the one you need here. We got blue-purple. So if you have any troops that are blue-purple, go check them out. See if you need to fully trade them and get as many Trait Stones as you want right now, right here with Glory. I don't go over them anymore, but just to show you what you would do, you'd go here, you'd go blue, purple, all colors, base rarity, show all, and that'll show you all the troops that could be upgraded with that trait stone. So usually you go down to like legendaries and look at those first, because that's 100% for sure can be used. Like if you want this storm, for example. Oh, I want that Madness Storm for La Raza so I can use the Void Dragon properly or something. Like, oh, now I can get the Trade Stone and do that. Or hey, I want to try the Skull Waterfall team. I need Deadly Waters, so I'm going to go get the Trade Stone and fully trade Scylla. Or hey, I want my 50% start for Merfolk because it's a nice thing to have. Or hey, I like using Shagaroth a lot, so I want to fully trade it. You know? Do that. Event key drop table is Suncrest. Is it worth using event keys on? You only get Suncrest troops, that's it. The only mythic available right now is Okranos the Pooper. So let's do base rarity, Suncrest, show all. Hey, I wonder if it's Culkin there, you guys? Macaulay Culkin there? Oh yeah, summoning stones. J Dalvin 84, I just started playing this on PS4 last night, having a blast so far. Any newbie guides? Yeah, all over my channel. You came to the right place, dude. I'm like the best beginner channel you're gonna ever find. Because I restart the game from scratch occasionally, like once every other year or something like that. So I would point you to my latest new account playthrough playlist and just run that like a freaking podcast and you will be the best beginner that's ever lived. And come to all my streams, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, 10 a.m. EST or so, 10:30, and ask questions. But when you start playing the game, it's really fun. It's more of an RPG than you would think. So don't get so fixated on the match 3. Get good at the match 3 because it fills up your mana, but you know, you're casting spells, you want a tank and a mana generator and a damage dealer, and you want to make sure you're using different colors, not mana blocking, you know, getting the best out of every move you do. Make sure you're doing your mastery in the right order when you level up. Like, be working towards your Rowan team and then your Underworld legendaries. Like, go check out my, I over-explain it on my new account playthrough. I know it's really long, but I wouldn't be mad if you put me in 1.25 or 1.5 and, you know, come here and ask questions. Is Macaulay Culkin available? Let's go see. Is anybody getting it? Somebody wants to post that new account playthrough. I don't know if you got. I think the moderators might be able to post that. Like, link. Alright, so we're going to go to guild chat. See if anybody got Macaulay Culkin. Oh, it's not going to say, because is it a mythic? It is a mythic, so it would say. Alright. I don't know if it's in there or not. Bunch of dummies getting Okranos. That might be from last week. I hope mine global. Here, let's go to global. Oh, Zillapachli, Okranos. That's it, dang. Quiltzama, Ochre Nose. Ochre Nose, Ochre Nose. It's 2 days ago now. That's not going to count. I don't know, y'all. I can't tell if it's there or not. Let's just assume it's not there. Fuller liked Pepsi and to pee in the bed. Yeah. You know, he had to sleep in the attic. I would assume it's not there. I can't remember. We'd have to look at the forum. We'd have to look at the news. I haven't seen anybody get it yet, but let me know if you guys see anybody get it. Because I need it, and I want to go for it if it's available. But let's assume it's not for today. It's only Monday. We have all week. But you could get Phoenicia, Quiltzama, Zillapachli. Those are the 3 mythics. These are decent. Like, she used to be meta, but she's no longer meta. Like any dragon you would get out of an egg, kind of do what she would do now, or the ruby weapon or something like that. She used to be meta. She's still really good, like A tier mythic, but A minus probably. If it was your first mythic ever, it'd be really good. Quiltzama's good for Strix business, Suncrest business, but you don't use it if you have like access to everything in the game type of stuff. It's like a B minus type of mythic. So no S tiers, and this one's not very good. Even when it was a Suncrest or Strix Guild Wars, I didn't use it still. And this is a dragon, you can't get this from event keys. So, not the greatest event key drop table ever, but, you know, you got 2 decent mythics. As far as legendaries go, we got High Priestess Chaska, she's okay. This one you get in the Underworld, so don't count. You got Egress. You got Ecotl, Harpy Mage's Underworld. That's about it. That's about it. So I would say pass. You just don't have enough event keys to be throwing at Suncrest. There's too many other good kingdoms and not enough event keys. So I would pass on this. Unless you're like high level and you're somehow missing Phoenicia or Quiltzama, and that's what you're going to use your event keys on. Like me, if I use my event keys on Suncrest because I could get Kukulkan, I would do it. But I'm mostly thinking of people trying to target specific top 10 or top 20 mythics, not like me where we're filling in the blanks of very few mythics that we're missing and saving event keys for that. You already know what you're doing. Like, you're missing 20 or less mythics and you're shooting for the ones you're missing type stuff. Like, this was available, I'd totally throw event keys because it's one of the only mythics I'm missing. But I'm not sure if it's available or not. I haven't seen anybody get it yet. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled this week, see if anybody gets it or not. Maybe go to the forum, double check there. I'll let you know tomorrow, or we still got all week, so I can let you know tomorrow, I can let you know Friday, Saturday. Just hold on to your event keys if you need Kukulkan. Wait till let somebody else be the guinea pig, not you. Don't blow all your event keys trying to be the first person to get Kukulkan out of event keys. Like, let somebody else do that, so you don't waste yours. Just know it's there for sure before you try for it. It's way better. But not great. There's way better kingdoms to throw event keys at. Alright, what else is going on this week? Let's see if I can remember off the top of my head. It's a Suncrest week. We got a world event for our guild event. I already showed that. 3 teams, high, mid, and low. I was pretty confident in every single one of those teams. Suncrest week, Suncrest event key drop table, Suncrest weapons in the Soul Force, Suncrest Underspire, Suncrest Epic Trials, Suncrest Glory Shop Troop. Tuesday is Stone Song Eerie right here. So faction event tomorrow is Stone Song Eerie. Wednesday we have this pet. I forget the name of it. Could probably go look. Go like this. Go here. Go Suncrest. Lovebird. So it's probably a Valentine's Day cosmetic pet. So you might not... I don't have it fully. I only got it on level 5, so I need more copies of that. And then on Thursday, we have Stormcaller class event. And this weekend we have a Vault event, right? Because next weekend is the Guild Wars, so this weekend is Vault event, huh? Pretty sure. So that's what's going on this week. Alright, Underspire, underwear. See what we can make. Got Suncrest weapons. Could just do like my team that I always do for this. Usually like Egress, Quiltzama, Ecotl, and one of the weapons. I'll show it. Oops. Why can't I use Ecotl? Oh, there it goes. I think I do Nimbus Bow, right? Being weird. I must be accidentally pushing a button. Is that how I do it? Yeah, I think I just like don't cast Egress sometimes. Blue and yellow. You have to do Stormcaller. I might make two teams here. I'll show you this one and then maybe another one. And say green purple maybe. We minus brown? No. Alright, we got blue, yellow, purple, green. We could minus red because it's already empowered. Green, purple. Just going for the weapon. Alright, this is like your traditional like Suncrest team, for real. The other thing I'm thinking is like Harpy Mage, Ruby Wrath. Just do this. Nice. Kind of just casting that until I get up this, but alright, now we can do it. Alright, let me do this team a couple more times so you can see what's up. It's getting hot in here. I think all my air might be off. Mrs. Sunny turns it off. I would have it on all the time if I could. They get cold at night. The puppy be shivering. Even though he's up our butts in bed most time. I would like green or purple if I can't do Ecotl. It's a little bit slow. That's why I might make another team. Green and purple. There's the bow. See the bow. This team can loop pretty good because the bow does yellow and blue. Ecotl changes blue to yellow. Egress does yellow. Egress uses blue. Like, it all goes together nicely once you get it going. Here we pick a color like the most usually, but you can do it many different ways. If it's gonna kill, just pick the color with the most. If you're trying to loop, you might pick a different color. Depends what you're trying to do with that Quiltzama. Sometimes you're trying to just kill everything, sometimes you're trying to loop. Ooh, this is nice. That's how it's supposed to go. Bang. Brown. All dead. That's how it's supposed to go, so I'm gonna walk off the stage with that joke. You're hoping the coddle is there at the beginning of the fight, and then the team really does its thing. The coddle's not there, and you're fumble farting around like a monkey screwing a football, trying to get up Nimbus Bow or something. Alright, let's try to make one that utilizes Ruby Wrath. Definitely Harpy Mage. Weapon, I'm probably gonna have to do like... So we got Staff of Storms, we got Golden Talon. Golden Talon's yellow and blue. Staff of Storms is purple and red. They both explode yellow. Any cool stuff? Enchant. That has Enchant. This has Light Storm. I mean, I'll switch it if I want. Okay, we got Harpy Mage on the weapon. We got Ruby Wrath. Ruby Wrath is throwing up giant red gems. Might be good with Phoenicia, for real. I think it's the other team I do. I'm gonna do that. I don't know. It's 24, this is 28. You could do a Phoenicia early and then switch them later. We don't have the red storm for Phoenicia. Ooh, that does a firestorm at the start of battle. Yeah, so you want it... It doesn't matter. That's cool. This does a firestorm, which works good with this. Could put it up here since... Could really put it like here. It has the 55% skull reduction. I think early I'm going to go like this, though. I don't know. Kind of like that. Alright. Banner, we got all red, so we got to do red. I might go purple, because it's our only other way to get everybody up. We got red, yellow, brown, purple, green. Missing blue. Come on, blue. Where are you at? No! I wish they'd put more banners in the game. Red, brown. Red, yellow. That'll help with Harpy Mage, I guess. And then class, we don't have to do Stormcaller. I'll do Archmagus. I really want to get up my weapon. You could also do any 50% start class, but... Alright, let's try this. I might go with this. I like my Suncrest Strix team, but... This might be slightly faster sometimes, and it hits harder too. Alright, get up our weapon. If we can. Be purple. Poop. Oh, Harpy Mage doesn't have the potion. I'm gonna have to move the team around a little bit. Hold on. Forgot about that. See the difference between Harpy Mage like now and Harpy Mage in the World Event? Like in the World Event, she's up already, like getting the whole team up. Here we're gonna have to throw her up higher on the team. Maybe even... Alright, we got level 12, level 16. Alright, we gotta move this around a little bit. Well, this is no longer in first slot, but it has to be like this. Now our banner is doing its thing. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna take so much to get up, probably. Purple would be great. Okay, well red's fine. Do Harpy Mage again. Might as well do this now. Let me do one more since I had it messed up first time. There's the door. Get up, Harpy Mage. Hopefully it gets up Ruby Wrath. If not, it gets up the weapon, and the weapon gets up Ruby Wrath. Phoenicia there for backup for later. You might not even need Phoenicia. You could do something else. Another Harpy Mage. I don't know. I should be doing... I don't know what I'm doing here. Gotta get used to this team. Let's go. Alright, there we go. It's looking good. Alright, one more. Ah, they both have 2 ways to go. Not that that matters. Just a pet peeve or superstition of mine. Alright, concentrate on your Harpy Mage, dude. There. Now, look at the colors. We got green, red, yellow. That'd be a good Phoenicia cast. Alright, Ruby Wrath's pretty much almost up. So let's just cast on that. There it is. Very strong team, too. If you lose your Harpy Mage has a way to summon sometimes if you lose something else. Ruby Wrath is a really good tank. So if you lose your Harpy Mage, you have a nice tank for a little bit. Until you can cast your Staff of Storms to bring something back into first slot. So this team will work probably better, like, deeper, too. Alright, level doesn't matter. Oh, no more torches? Alright. Well, we'll call it there. Oops. 2 teams for the Underspire. I've been only doing 1, but I felt like doing 2 today. You can either go the Ruby Wrath route or the, like, Quiltzama route, kinda. You don't really want to be mixing, like, Phoenicia and Quiltzama, though. So if you're going to use Phoenicia, put it on your Ruby Wrath. But she's almost not even needed on this team, either. It's really the Ruby Wrath. We're 2 mana generators around a Ruby Wrath. Probably put something else here if you wanted to. Alright. How long ago was the high event team? It's probably, let's guess. It was a while ago, man. Probably, I can actually see here. Hold on. Looking like about 15 minutes. Hold on. That's event key drop table. That was way back. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Sorry. Here we go. Mahayel. Looking like it's about 30 minutes in, I think. Look at about 30 minutes in. It's around there. Slightly before that, maybe. It's around the 30-minute mark, I think. The summoning stones. So, these are something you could look at if you're a super duper beginner. It's a good thing for me to go over, because could be something like Bog Strider here, or Leprechaun here, which you might just be having trouble getting, and we got Ogre, Fireborn Warrior, Wargear Brute, Rawmaster Bernaka, Flame Troll, Kobold Emissary, Goblet, and Frostling. If you're still building your Goblin team, maybe. She's not the best Goblin, though. Goblin, if you don't have... I think you get that for free, but maybe you want to, like, fully ascend it or something, or get a second one. Shocktopus is good early game. I wouldn't hate crafting a Shocktopus just to have a different team, true damage to all sometimes. Maybe for doing vault keys or something, since they're all red. I could see a person out there where it would be smart to craft Shocktopus or Goblin. The rest of them, no, though. Nothing there. You know, another Goblin here, but not the best once again. I think this is empowered. But nothing too special there. Nothing. And nothing. Rockworm. I used to do Rockworm teams. If you want to do a Rockworm team instead of a Goblin team for your very first team. So yeah, the best thing was the Shocktopus probably. So yeah, any more questions? Any other questions? Any more anything? Let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of here. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I should probably try to stream all day one day. I don't know. Can't figure out what I want to do anymore. So I'll be half-assing everything. It's like, should I stream less because it's not going so well, or should I try to stream more because it's not going so well? Instead, I do something in the middle, which is probably the worst thing I could do. I don't know, because I don't know what to do. I don't know. Got Monsters and Memories coming early next year. Maybe that'll be a thing for the channel. We need, like, Gems of War 2 to come out or something. That's what I need right now. Or, like, a really big, awesome update for Gems of War. We need some, like, get double the player base of Gems of War. That would help the channel out. Just, like, doesn't seem like it's going to happen, though. It seems like Gems of War is slowly dying, and there's nothing on the horizon at the moment. What if there was Gems of War 2? It was like this, but they just took everything they learned from the first one, and they made it, like, super awesome, way better. And then everybody moves to that, and then everybody that used to play Gems of War, everybody that's playing Puzzle Quest right now, or used to play Puzzle Quest, they all come back to Gems of War 2. It's like the best Gems of War game ever. That, or just put out a really cool update and keep Gems of War going. Do the overworld, or rework Treasure Hunter Arena, or do something cool. A PvP Vault event thing. Whatever. Live PvP. Do a tournament or something. Like, hold a tournament somewhere for some kind of thing. I don't know. I've thought of a lot of good ideas, and they don't do any of them. They just keep doing their crappy little updates that doesn't help anything, and everybody's just leaving the game slowly. Still lots of players, don't get me wrong, but it's been, the last 2-3 years, been a slow death. It's like that joke on the movies where they're dying, and they're dying all slow and all dramatic. That's Gems of War. They're like an over-actor dying all slow and dramatic. Alright, let's see what y'all were saying. And I'm gonna get out of here. Lovebirds. Fotis says, next week we have Mist of Scales Kingdom, which means I will throw all my 3K event keys to get Takshaka. Good idea. I like it. I won't talk you out of it. I like Mist of Scales. Phonoxia and Merilith are there too. Yep, that's why it's one of the best. It's top 5 probably, Mist of Scales. The only other one I would say is Adana, right? If you don't have your 3 Ironhawks, then it's way better to get your Ironhawks than your Takshakas, but I don't hate it for sure. It's one of the best ones you could do. Yoke says, I think I heard that the King of Cups is in the vault. Is that true? I think one of them are. Like, I'm missing one and the other one's in there. So that's probably right. Unowned. Yeah, it's gotta be one of these two. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is there. I know I can be getting one right now, and it's one of these two, and you said this one, so that's probably right. I think that's true, Yoke. Fotis says, I have these troops. I only need Talk Shotgun at least twice of them. Grab that dove before it flies away. I need it. Gems of War 2 is Puzzle Quest 3, basically. That's sad. That's sad. Because not that many people play that. Mostly people that play Puzzle Quest 3 also play Gems of War, but not everybody that plays Gems of War plays Puzzle Quest 3. I bet you Puzzle Quest 3's like player base, I bet you 90% of them also play Gems of War. Something like that. I'm just guessing. I don't know for sure. But I think that's the case. There's not that many people that only play Puzzle Quest 3, because Gems of War is a better game. So that's what I've heard, and I've tried Puzzle Quest 3. I mean, it's not like it just used to be like, oh, I've heard. You know, I heard Tacit say that Gems of War is better than Puzzle Quest 3 type stuff. Now I've tried both of them, and I still kind of agree. It's neat. I think if you want to, it's another way to take a little break from Gems of War. It's not a bad game. It's cool. But I don't think it's, like, better than Gems of War. I think Gems of War is their best game. And if they should have done Gems of War 2 instead of Puzzle Quest 3. But they're always doing the wrong thing. Those devs are always doing the wrong thing. They're doing whatever they want, whatever they... It's like they already planned it out in their heads, and they're just going to keep doing it no matter what people say. So, they're doing whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? They're just going to keep doing whatever they're doing. They're not going to change what they're doing. They did Puzzle Quest 3 instead of Gems of War 2, and... How come there's a Puzzle Quest 2, a Puzzle Quest 3, but there's not Gems of War 2? You know, I'd rather them just, like, make Gems of War way more awesome and, like, update it and do awesome updates. I don't really want a Gems of War 2, but that's, like, the only thing I could think of that would revitalize the channel like crazy. Would be, like, Gems of War 2 comes out or something. Maybe Puzzle Quest 4. I don't know. But Puzzle Quest never was, like... Unless they should make Puzzle Quest 4 like Gems of War 2 for real. Like, mix them together and take all the best things from both things and, like, make their ultimate game. Call it, like, Puzzle Gems or something. Gems of Quest. Jim's Quest. And it's just a guy named Jim. He's at the gym with the basketball. His name is Jim, and it's his quest. Jim's Quest. Jim Brewer's Quest. He's half-baked. They go back and forth, I know. It's kind of like me. They got half of their eggs in the Puzzle Quest basket and half of their eggs in Gems of War, but they aren't masters of either one of them, and they're just slowly dying. It's kind of like me. Alright, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. You're going to channel down below. And I'll see y'all next time. That world event done. Remember, it's the medal, the medal, the medal. Make sure to hit all enemies. Do everything you can do to get up a troop to hit all enemies. That's the world event. Do your faction event tomorrow. It's totally worth it. That Lovebird is a cosmetic pet Wednesday that you probably don't have fully ascended, so make sure to play Wednesday and get at least another copy of that. Maybe buy baskets. I don't know. Depends where you're at in the game. Stormcaller class, at least get your gems, though. And then this weekend is Vault. You gotta play the Vault. It's the best event in the game. It's how you get everything else. So if you want everything else, play the Vault this weekend. Open up your Vault keys. Right now, you still have time. Do it. After your dailies, open some Vault keys. Get all your Vault keys open so you'll go harder in the Vault event. And that's my advice for this week. Alright. Thanks for joining me today. We got Chad, we got Juan, we got Beg, we got Fotis, you mother Fotiser. Fotis! Yoke the Ham was here today. Sauna, Lady Alfhild. Chad the Clip Bomb. J Dalvin 84. JM Ricks. J Dalvin's going to be watching that new account playthrough for the next year straight because it's so long. But it'll be so much good information, I promise. Like, I'm free to play. I know what I'm talking about. It'll make your game so much better. You'll know what mastery to pick. You'll know what teams to make. You'll know which classes to do in which order instead of flopping around and just picking purple every time you level and leveling up night class or something. Like, it's so much better if you have, like, a guide, somebody that knows, that's played the game for 8 years, that's restarted over and over and over. I can tell you exactly what to do, what mastery weapons to go for, what troops to use, what underworld troops to go for, what faction to farm and not go over level 20, and so much better if you just know what you're doing. Because there's such a big game with a bunch of different resources, and you could totally, like, just be flopping around, not just playing treasure hunt, you know? When there's you could watch my new account playthrough, and bang, you got all the information back to back to back, exactly how to play it, exactly what to go for. When you start, like, running into problems with the world quest, you'll also see me running into problems, like, oh, that's just how it goes. You gotta go path of least resistance and do this instead. You know, you won't get frustrated trying to... Luther keeps popping up and telling you to do the stupid world quest, and you, like, keep trying it, but you can't get it done, and then Luther pops up yelling at you to do it again, and you keep trying and you can't get it done, and then you slam your controller and you quit playing Gems of War forever. Now to go watch me and be like, oh, this is what he did when Luther was being an a-hole, popping up telling him to do the world quest every day. Oh, he just ignored him, and he went and did he got stronger by doing Path of Least Resistance, and then later he did the world event, even though Luther was popping up telling me to do it every day, when I wasn't strong enough yet. But it's something you think you should do it because the NPC keeps popping up and telling you to do it. But you really need to go open all the kingdoms and do all the classes and maybe do some explore first and maybe do other things first and then get stronger and then go do the world event. They'll like keep yelling at you to do it when you're not strong enough yet. We got Yoke, we got Juan, we got Funky Town, Odd One out. Sauna. Classic EverQuest, I gotta go to freaking Discord now. Anita was here today. Chastity Winters Bloom. Chastity Winters Bloom. Yoke was first, Sauna was second, Anita was third. Speaking of Anita and Sauna, thank you so much for keeping the lights on, the doors open. Can't do it without you. We got Juan here as well. He bought a ticket to the garage to smoke cigars today. Thank you, Juan. And we're chilling. We're chilling in the garage. Nobody else allowed. Stay out. We're in here smoking doobies and kicking the tires. Trying to open the door. But we're so stoned we can't open it yet. We'll figure it out, though. Right now there's 4 of us. You know, maybe somebody else will come in. But all of our brains combined, we'll figure out how to open it up. You know? We're blazed. We're chilling. We're drunk. Alright. I'll see y'all. Yeah, I bet you're right, Chad, with that Gems of War 2. Be a bunch of money offers, yep. Alright, y'all, see ya. Have a good one. You're the best. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Same time, same place.